Why, good morning. Thank you for joining me, and hope wherever you are, life is treating you well. Well, it's a bright, sunny Thursday morning here in Wolverhampton, and I've got the day off, which doesn't mean I get to slack off, unfortunately. It means the hard work kicks in. I'm plastering this room today. That's my core aim, and if I get that done, or at least mostly done, I will be happy. Things like this, patches, that's not the half of it. That's not the half of it. We've got a wall that's got to come down, and let me turn it around. First coat of plaster has gone on here already, as you can see. It's this has got to be dealt with, and this has got to be patched. There's a whole heap of problems here, and most of it is down here. The lower part of the plaster all flaked off, so I've got to sort that out. Now, better plasterers than me will manage this sort of thing in a day, maybe less, and be on their way. For me, it's going to take a wee while longer because, as you might have gathered, that's not my core skill set. Plastering, never my core skill set. It's something I enjoy doing, but it's never going to be perfect. That's by the by. Today, I'd like to talk about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness, you might think, what's that got to do with good customer service? It's got everything to do with good customer service. Everything. Now, in the customer service industries, mistakes happen. They happen. It's human to make mistakes. It was I think it was Alexander Pope it's attributed to, who was a poet of the Enlightenment, wrote a treatise, an essay on criticism to the US Institutes of Medicine's report on patient safety. That was Google. Gotta love it. Anyway, Alexander Pope famously said, it probably wasn't his original saying, to err is human, to forgive is divine. And it's true. It's true. And if you learn to forgive other people, you can be that sort of person that gets forgiven for your own errors. We should learn that. We should learn that skill. By the way, as I listen to this video, I'm recording it in segments. As I listen to the audio, I realise that the acoustics in this room really do suck. So apologies for that. Please bear with me. Hopefully future videos will be much, much better. That's what we aim for, isn't it? And now, thinking about forgiveness, because this is a core of good customer service. Forgiveness and the ability to seek forgiveness where appropriate is the core of good customer service. I keep saying it because it is. Good example, last night we had a delivery from a local Chinese takeaway. A succulent Chinese meal, and it was beautiful. Some chips there, some this and that and the other. Lovely food. We've had food from that place before. They do the most monstrous spring roll. I mean, mutant spring roll, which is something to behold. But that's by the by. The chap who delivered it was a chap who hadn't delivered to our address before and got lost. It's easy to do. The city is large, and even in a relatively small town, it's easy to get lost. We forget. We all think we know our way around the local area, so everybody else should. But you've got to remember, of course, that everybody is a stranger to the town once, at least once. And we don't all have the best memories. So this poor chap was given clear instructions and still got lost. It happens. It happens. He may even have had sat-nav to rely on, but he still got lost. So he arrived a little late. Now, the food was still piping hot. Alf was absolutely fine with that. However, some of the bags had become too steamy to hold air integrity anymore. So the chips required a dose of the fryer, which I'm not bothered about because they were slightly undercooked. It's by the by. It's by the by. Give him a dose of the fryer. Now, he apologised for being late. He apologised. It was a sincere apology, and he was clearly not having a brilliant time, not having a good shift at all. Now, when he apologised, it's all right. It's all right. I said it's all right. Don't worry about it. Grab food because I need to eat. And, it doesn't take much to forgive. Now, some people really, really, really suck at forgiving. Some people let it eat away at them. The little petty angers eat away at them. And if you do that, you end up having a pretty shitty experience in life, because you shouldn't let little slights eat away at you. You should just learn to move on. We all need to learn to move on. However you learn to move on, you need to learn that. And if we can do that ourselves, we can expect the same of others. Now, we all know somebody out there who really does suck at forgiving quickly. They are the harder customer to deal with. And obviously we should aim not to be that customer, because if you put that energy out into the world, it comes back to bite you. Especially if you're in the customer service industry. If you put the anger out there, don't be surprised if somebody comes to you for good customer service and starts shouting. It's just the way the world works. Karma, it happens. It's a thing. Now you might think, don't be superstitious, Matt. But no. I think on this thing, I think you'll find, put the good energy out there, it comes back to you. It does, okay? It's better to be the better man once in a while. It just is. Now, I think when I look at any customer interaction, I think, would I like it? Would I like it? If somebody slights me in some way, something's not quite up to par, you've got to stop, you've got to breathe, you've got to step back from the situation and think, would I like this? Would I like to be shouted at for this? Or would I like quick forgiveness and move on? And if the answer is, I'd like quick forgiveness and move on, you know you're heading in the right direction. Okay, this is how a customer interaction, which they're not always perfect, this is how you move it from less than perfect to a good experience. Okay, so thinking about the Chinese restaurant, we get good food. I mean, the core meal, perfect. You know, it was still well cooked, perfectly seasoned. It was still delivered within a reasonable timescale, so that was all the boxes ticked for me. Other members of the family had a different opinion. I'll leave it there. But for me, it was delivered. I didn't sit in the car and eat it, because it was delicious, that was it for me. That was it. Now you might say, well, it's easy to forgive that a little bit late. Okay. Yeah, it is. But this is just an example, okay? How do you move from a problem to a good solution? Well, obviously first thing is you find out what the problem is, find out what the cause is. Now, some people will say, oh, who caused this problem? Who can I blame? Who can I shout at? Well, that's not going to move you forward. That doesn't move you forward at all. So when someone comes to you with a problem, you identify the source of that problem quietly and don't mention it. Don't say it out loud. If someone says, who can I blame for this? A lot of what I do is spotting that there has been a problem, an error made by usually somebody or something, and saying, well, it's not about what caused the error, it's about how we deal with it, how we move forward. So let's not worry about that. Let's move forward and just solve the problem. For example, you might have a name recorded incorrectly on a file. Well, you know full well who entered that into the database. Does it matter? Does shouting up them get anywhere? No, of course it doesn't. It's just bad energy you're bringing to the situation. We don't need it. It slows things down. And so by learning to forgive quickly and saying, look, we're just going to sort the problem out. We're just going to make sure it's corrected. And if it still isn't correct after I've done my work, then we'll keep going until it is perfect. If you offer that to your clients, to the people you deal with, then you're bringing your best to the situation, and that will result in a better experience. And this is what we expect of everyone now in future. When we have another delivery from that same takeaway, delivered by the same guy, he will have learned. He will have learned where we are, and he won't get lost the second time, we hope. This is what we hope. This is what we try and bring to a situation. And in so doing, he's learned a thing, I've learned a thing, we've moved on. That's how good customer service relationships are built. It's not all going to be perfect, but if you learn to say, yes, okay, there's a problem, we're going to sort out the problem, and that's all you need to know, and we're going to keep working on it until it's perfect. That's all you can expect, and that's how you deliver great customer service. So I'm kind of tapped out at the moment, so as you can see, I've got a lot of work to do, so I'll get back to this. And anyway, whatever you do, thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye for now.